Hey guys, me again. Alright, so I got my base put together and stuff like that. Alright, so this is the F-35, F-22, F-18, F-16, and I always can't remember what this one's called. Wait a second. This is the Harrier 2. Sorry, had a number, but I couldn't really read it. Anyway, yeah, this is the Harrier 2 right there. Alright, so this plane right here, to my knowledge, is meant to replace this one for the Marines, this one for the Navy, and this one for the Air Force, and eventually, maybe, possibly, this one also for the Air Force. So, yeah. Right now, these two right here are working hand in hand in the Air Force. And then this one is meant to replace these two in their current roles. Alright, so let me explain a little bit of what this plane can do, is supposed to be able to do to replace these planes. Alright, now, this one, the Harrier 2 for the Marines, is capable of vertical takeoffs and vertical landings. It can also take off normally like a normal plane. Now the F-18 is of course capable of, I think, Mach 2, I think it is. Anyway, so goes just above light, just above the speed of sound. So yeah, get a sonic boom, all that lovely stuff. And then you have radio jammers and all that for the Navy and the bomb runs, and yeah. So then there's that one, and then you got the tail hook on the back, which is, sorry, just a second, this little doohickey right here on the plane. And then you got the F-16 for the United States Air Force. Now the F-16 on the dawn of its period was a fantastic jet. When it was first established in the United States Air Force, it actually trumped all the other competition, both foreign and domestic. So yeah, this was the plane during the dawn of its time, but now. And if you ask most of any F-16 pilots, they'll say that this jet, it's really easy to fly, and once you get to know its mechanics, it's hard to go to any other jet. Like legitly, when they first introduced the F-35 to F-16 pilots, it wasn't performing very well because two very different type of mechanics. And then you got the F-22 Raptor. So, almost capable of vertical lift, but it does have a shorter takeoff variable, and yeah, it can almost take off vertically. Almost. Not quite, though. And then you got the gem of the current U.S. military, the F-35 Strike Fighter. Multi-strike fighter, I think it is. Anyway, so basically this jet is meant to be able to take off vertically, land vertically. It also has vector thrust, just like the F-22 Raptor. Basically, this can swivel down, up, side to side, and it can also swivel down when it lands vertically. Basically, these open downwards, so do these hatches right here, and then this port and that port opens up as well, along with these two ports right here. Basically, it kind of fillets itself. That's the best way I can put it. Alright, And then a few more. Now these, to my knowledge, is just kind of rumors. I don't know for a fact that they're true, but it's also meant to replace the, I think this is the A10 Warthog. Give me a second. Sorry, it's been a while since I've looked at these planes yet. I got the A10 right, but it's the Thunderbolt 2. The A10 Thunderbolt 2. It's also called, this is, kind of also like based off a World War II kind of plane. Many people like to compare the two. So, yeah. Anyway, so now with that, I'm going to go take you a look around. Now, there's your fire trucks, your ambulances. Then you got the two landing bay officers, and then the main deck officer in general. He's in charge of the whole deck, of course. And then you got your planes. There's Air Force One. There's carriers for the troops. Go home and come here. There's your bombers, your stealth bombers. Then the bomber, just a regular one. This one right here. Now, this is not one of ours. This is actually, if I remember right, a Russian plane. This is the Focke-Wulf 29. Let me see, make sure I'm reading that, getting that right. Okay, this is the MiG-29 Fulcrum. So basically, it's a, if I remember right, it's a Russian plane. These were designed to take down the F-15 Eagle and the F-16. Basically, that's what this plane was designed to take down. Now, whether it was very good at it, that's a whole nother question in my eyes. So yeah. Then this is the F-15 Tomcat. Wait, no, F-14, I think. Yeah, the F-14 Tomcat. This was of the United States Navy, as you can kind of tell by its markings and kind of why it says right there, Navy. There's another one. This is the, gosh. This is the A6E Intruder. Basically, it's kind of a bomber, and it can also be a fuel station. That's what the little pod right there is, I think. And then this is, of course, the F-18 Super Hornet. This is the Phantom 2, if I remember right. Yeah, the F-4J Phantom 2. Now, the story with the Phantoms is when they first came out, they didn't have a gun. They didn't have a mounted gun on the back or anywhere on them, because in that time everyone's like, oh, missiles are the best, da 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 da. But they was somewhat slow yet quickish to realize that that was a big mistake. Many missiles during that time wasn't very advanced, and they was missing targets, and not in some case not even coming off the racks the right way. Some was complete duds and just didn't do anything like they were supposed to, and some kind of did what they were supposed to, but they never took down the target. So it would leave the pilot completely defenseless. So eventually they did mount a turret right here. This will pop up, and it'd be a turret. A little side thing would come out which would shoot the gun, but eventually they kind of realized that wasn't very adequate, so they moved on to other planes. And then this is my F-22 other one, and F-35, the other copy I have. This one right here has spinning wheels, so it's kind of fun to take off. Alright, then you got your helicopters. your Apaches, and then this is Marine One. Then you got your Black Hawk copies. So yeah. And then you got your transports. Stuff like that. Alright. And then you got your pilots. Okay, now the pilots, these two over here are meant to fly either Air Force One or Marine One, whichever one the president is currently going to be in. This side right here is jet pilots. This side right here is helicopter pilots. These two right here are qualified to fly anything on base. They literally could fly the F-35, the F-18, or whatever they are meant to fly for certain missions. So then here's the transports, the tow trucks, the fires, stuff. And then you got your general, which is right over there, the colonel, the head fire marshal for the base. There's the president, his guard, the vice president. He basically guards both of them. And then your police officers. And then you got 2 SWAT vehicles right there. So yeah, that's basically my base on how I have it set up. And then you got your this is where everything's prepped of like landing platform, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. And then this is the takeoff platform. So yeah, that'll basically be it for today. Guys, have a great day and see you guys later. Bye.